Now, President Trump has suggested in a tweet that the 3 Americans being held in North Korea could be on the brink of being released. It comes as US officials check reports in South Korea that the detainees have been relocated from a labor camp to a hotel near Pyongyang ahead of a planned summit between Donald Trump and the North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. Our correspondent in Seoul, Laura Bickett, gave me the latest.
The 3 Americans that have been detained are Kim Hak-sung, who was from the Pyongyang University of Science and Technology. He was taken last year from a train station while he was on his way home to China. Tony Kim is also from the same university, and he too was taken in May last year, so they've been there for a year. And the other one is Kim Dong-chul. He is an American pastor, South Korean born, and he was sentenced to 10 years hard labour for what the North Koreans described as subversion and espionage. Now, we don't know if they were being kept in the same place. We have spoken to the South Korean activist who says that his North Korean sources telling them that they have been moved from labour camps to a hotel in Pyongyang while they await release. Now, I have to emphasise he is one person who's spoken to sources in North Korea. We cannot independently verify this. The US State Department said it has also been trying to check details, and they said that they are aware of the 3 detainees and they're trying to make sure that they are indeed okay and get them back to their families. In the meantime, President Trump tweeted. He said, as everybody is aware, the past administration has long been asking for the 3 hostages to be released from a North Korean labour camp, but to no avail. Stay tuned. So the stay tuned would seem to suggest that something is about to happen with regards to these 3 hostages.
Laura, we still don't know exactly where or when this proposed summit between Mr. Trump and Kim Jong-un will be. But if these 3 Americans are released, it will be a symbolic victory ahead of that for Mr. Trump, won't it?
I think it certainly will. I think this is something that the US has been working towards. I think I have to kind of fact-check Donald Trump's tweet a little. He says previous administrations have tried to get them free, but 2 of them were only detained last year while he was president. But when it comes to trying to get them released, this has been something that the US has been working away at, trying to show that the North Koreans are able to do something like this, and that will be the key. If the North Koreans make this move, then it shows willingness to perhaps work with the United States and takes away the tension between the 2 sides.
Pluto will be on Midday today. Breaking news this morning, word that the release of 3 American hostages held by North Korea could be imminent. Last night, the president posted this cryptic tweet, quote, as everybody is aware, the past administration has long been asking for 3 hostages to be released from North Korean labor camp, but to no avail. Stay tuned with the exclamation point. Now an official is confirming movement on that front. CNN's Alexandra Field joins us live from Seoul, South Korea with the latest 5 p.m. there. Alex, do we expect the release of these 3 Americans?
Look, it's certainly been widely speculated that these 3 Americans could be released before the summit between President Trump and Kim Jong-un, that this would certainly be a good faith gesture to demonstrate from North Korea, and certainly something that the administration in the United States is fighting for, that they are pushing for. You saw that tweet from President Trump saying, stay tuned. Certainly the family members of these 3 men have been well tuned in, hoping for any update on their release. 2 of these men were taken into detainment in 2017, one of them back in 2015. Their families are hoping this is indeed the right time for a release, but the son of one of those detainees says that he has been given no indication yet. That said, there is one source that is telling CNN, who has knowledge of the negotiations underway, that conversations were had 2 months ago when the North Korean foreign minister traveled to Sweden. That's when a release was discussed. It was also made clear at that time that U.S. officials would not tie or link in any way the release of these men to the broader goal, the main issue here, which remains denuclearization. You have had the Secretary of State, however, travel to Pyongyang. He has said that the release of these men was a direct topic of conversation with Kim Jong-un, along with denuclearization. And of course, you know that the National Security Advisor was speaking out over the weekend. He was asked whether these 3 hostages would need to be released before the summit. And he has again said that this is something that North Korea needs to strongly look at and take very seriously. So certainly the administration has been pushing for this. Word coming that it could be imminent, but really those family members will need to see their loved ones stepping off a plane before they can believe any of it. Dave, Christine?
All eyes on the region. Alex, thanks.